Hey there guys, in today's video we're just going to be doing a quick little review on the Crosman Stinger P311 Spring Airsoft pistol. Going over some specs for the gun, it's 9 inches long overall, and then it shoots around 325 FPS. I do think that's with 0.12 gram BBs, which I wouldn't recommend. I think they're not going to be so accurate, so I'm going to be using 0.20 gram BBs. Flipping the gun over, we see the safety selector switch here. Pushing it up puts it on safe, pushing it back down puts it in the ready fire position. Just behind the trigger guard we have the mag eject button. You just press that and the magazine slides out. The magazine for this gun can hold 12 rounds. To load BBs into it, you just slide this little spring down to the bottom. Then either one by one or with a speed loader you can depress this little lever and just load BBs back into the magazine. Then flipping the magazine over so we don't see the BBs in the slide, there's this little button here, and when you slide this magazine into the gun, it'll depress the button. Once that button has been depressed, it'll release this little spring catch here and it'll continuously feed BBs up into the gun. Coming to the top of the gun, we've got a fixed blade sight at the front and a fixed notch at the back. And then there's even a semi-functioning hammer at the back. When you cock the slide back or pull the hammer back, pulling the trigger will release it. But I don't believe the hammer is necessary for the firing functions of this gun. I think you could essentially break off the hammer, it would still work just fine. Granted, I wouldn't advise doing that, but I think it's non-essential. That's all the features of the gun though, pretty simple setup, so I think for the next part of the video we'll go ahead and go outside and start the shooting test. So for the shooting test today, we're going to be using 0.20 gram BBs from a distance of about 25 feet. I'll go ahead and set up some cans back here, and then we'll go ahead and do that shooting test, and then switch over to an accuracy test. Pretty good. So that's 3 for 3 on the cans from close range. So I think for the next part we're going to set up like a little bullseye target and just test the accuracy of the gun. So I'm going to set the camera a little bit closer since I've moved the target further back so I can get that little bullseye target on the tree there. But with that set up, we'll go ahead and get started. So after all 5 shots, they've landed pretty close to each other within about 4.5 inches, and I think if you're shooting at a human-sized target, you're going to be just fine close range. As for how I feel about this pistol overall, I think it's alright, and I got mine for 14 bucks on Amazon. It's pretty cheap, but it also kind of feels that way. It's pretty light, it doesn't have any extra weight, so it's just kind of like a throw-around gun. Personally, when airsofting, I like to opt for a CO2 sidearm, that way it's semi-automatic and I can get shots off faster. But maybe if you're just getting into airsoft and want a cheap sidearm, or if you want to use it as a prop, or even if you just want something to do target practice with, I think this is pretty okay. I'll have a link in the description down below if you guys want to learn more about this gun or maybe want to pick one up for yourself. I think that's going to be about it for today's video, so if you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to post those down below. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.